Yeah, one thing could come and speak out. It's about the grief process. We are social worker, and then we know that, breaking the news, like, they have the journey of grief process that starts. It's just like, they're missing a healthy kid. So the grief process for Asian parents it's always much longer than for the Western family. Yeah, that's the reality. Is that because they have high expectation on the child, and then especially for the boy. Yes. Especially for boys. Most of the times, they share about that, especially because boys have a more high rate of, autism. So that's why, it's hard for them.
Is there any other advice that any of you would have to offer to diagnostic hubs to help support this process of diagnosis? So following to the Kyoko sharings, I think for the parents in Chinese society, I think some more, apart from the service agencies, the parents association or parents supportive network can be introduced to the parents during the diagnostic assessment result, because when they heard about the results, they have some more emotional support need, and also if it will be more helpful if they have the parent support networks. They will, as you mentioned before, they may restrict to their social circles because they think other parents may not understand their children very well. So they will share between the parents with the similar children. So the parent supportive network is very important for them.
And follow up with the common sharing, I think it is good that not so fast to jump into the diagnosis or your child is autism. Sometimes I think enough explain to help the parents to know why the doctors or clinicians that they have the result that the child have autism. Because sometimes even the terms of autism, parents, they do not know why my child is autism. So sometimes they should explain, and also giving some, because autism spectrum is so wild, so even in level 1, level 2, level 3, the behavior is quite different. So if you have giving some positive case to let them to at least not just push them to the negative side, and give them some example or more information to let them know even your child is autism, but what service or what resources we offer to the child, what improvement they will get in. So it is important to have like supporting the parents that in the community, or even you have a lot of resources to support them to go through the journey. I think it is quite important, and also giving some information that even not too much, even it's such a leaflet or pamphlet or booklet that is like speaking in their language, they can take it back and go back to study it. Because sometimes we heard that the parents, they will get the information from the web, or sometimes it is not exactly what they need, what they wanted. Sometimes they will misunderstand the diagnosis or misunderstand that child's situation. So I think if they have enough information to help them to go back to digest it and have the follow-up appointment, they can have digest it and go back to follow-up to get the true information. That's so important for them.
So the sense I'm getting from what all of you have shared is essentially the importance and value of giving them time.
Yes.
Time to digest the information, as well as time to grieve.
Yes, and time to grab hope, because we just a lot of parents mentioned that this is the end of the day when they realize, and the news break, and then they just probably they just come into a tunnel with all darkness, and then maybe the diagnosticians can give them some light, even maybe the other end of the tunnel. But we know that children in the spectrum, they have a range of ability. Some will be very brilliant, and then they might need a very little support. Some, of course, they may need extensive support, but it's a spectrum, so don't look down and don't lose your hope.
Thank you. That's a very positive note to end on today. I thank you all for joining us today, for sharing your time, the wealth of your experience, and also we're very grateful for the work that you do. It's a need that we have across Toronto, across Canada, I'd say, where we need truly responsive services for every community.
Definitely.
So we thank you for the work that you're doing.
Thank you for having us here. Then we can let the diagnosticians, the diagnostic help can do better and be more sensitive to the different cultures.